Hello.
Hi, can I help you?
Yes. These have got a warrant executed to come into the property.
Before we go any further, I want to make you aware of the Criminal Injustice Act 2015, which states that if you help these people, you're liable to 14 years imprisonment. Do you understand that? I can leave that with you. You can read it through, and you can get comfortable with it. Secondly, in order to establish that he has a valid warrant, we need to see the warrant in paper. It needs to be signed by a judge from the Crown Court. It has to have a start date, it has to have an expiration date, it has to have the name of the judge and the legal advisor on it.
Right, okay.
And unless we see that, he has no right of entry.
No problem. So who lives here at the moment?
She's in there.
Right. Why is there so many of you here?
Because she's a vulnerable person who you've been informed about.
Right.
She's been subject twice in her life to mental abuse and physical abuse.
Okay.
And when he was here the last time, he was informed she was a vulnerable person. They've done no kind of report on that she's a vulnerable person. As a vulnerable person, he is not allowed to be here. It is only the energy company that are supposed to be dealing with it.
And he's part of that energy
He's
company.
not part of them.
CRS working on behalf.
So CRS,
On behalf.
CRS working on behalf of who? Utility Warehouse. Under the 1954 Gas and Electric Act, only an operator is allowed to apply for a warrant. The operator here is Northern Power Grid and Northern Gas Networks. We have letters. Can you bring me your 2 letters?
Essentially, why are the bills not being paid?
What's that got to do with you? That's civil. Sorry, that's not relevant. I don't mean to be rude, but this is the 3rd time these have been here.
Right.
So here's Northern Gas Networks stating that they have not issued any instructions to anybody for any warrant of entry or anything to do on their behalf. They are the operator. Under the 1954 Gas and Electricity Act, only an operator has that right. Here's one from Northern Power Grid for electricity, exactly the same.
You just go and update.
And by the way, your Chief Constable's been made aware of this. There is a full case file that's been issued. The magistrates have been desawed. We're waiting for a response from them. Churchill have been desawed. We're also going to be taking criminal action against him because he was harassing this lady. And there is going to be a case that's going to be started very, very shortly once we get the information back from all the relevant parties.
Right, okay, right. Who is this lady? Yourself? Are you a family member?
No, she's a friend of mine.
Yeah. Right. Is there any need for the amount of cameras? I've got one person recording this. I don't need the whole family.
Just in case one. There's no law against it.
I don't, I've got my own camera on here.
That's for you.
But that's recording me.
I would like to report.
Alright, but I don't need the full lot.
But with all due respect, we've had instances before where the police have had the body cameras on, and when we've asked for the footage, we haven't got the footage.
You're always able to get the footage.
Yeah, we sent details, and seriously, we haven't been able to get it. So the footage
goes missing.
So we're going to take photos. If that's a problem, I'm sorry.
Right, just hold on a second. I'm going to go and speak to the supervision.
Okay,
Alright.
no worries. Are you the locksmith, are you?
No, I'm a meter engineer.
You're a what, sorry?
Meter engineer?
Okay. And what right do you have to be here? Whose authority are you acting under?
My company, Callison.
Okay, but you don't have any authority from Northern Power Grid or Northern Gas Networks?
The UW contract the job out to us.
Yeah.
We just get set down under the...
But you don't have any authority from Northern Power Grid and Northern Gas.
out in the hands.
I don't need to dispute that they're already checking the letters we sent from them.
Like I say, none of this is to do with me, I'm just a meter.
But if you enter these premises, you're trespassing. If you change the meters, you're committing a crime.
Okay.
I need you to understand that,
Yep.
because we will be taking action against anybody who does something unlawfully. If he can prove he's got a warrant, I doubt it because he never has before, then if he's got a valid warrant of entry, he gets access and you can do your job. If he doesn't, he gets no access. Police being here or not. We're going to deal with this peaceably, okay?
Mate, don't worry about me, I'm fine.
Excuse me, sir. sorry to interrupt. Can I make sure that we get those?
Of
Let us
course,
back.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
just obviously speaking to Sue.
Yeah, no problem.
What's your name, sorry? I just need to reach the piece, which there currently isn't, so. We've been advised to pull out, and if there's any issues, there's any like that. Yeah. But currently, our role here, there's no role.
Okay, so if you enter the property, what would happen with the gentlemen and ladies behind us? Would you allow access? Would you? Not unless you
Provide a fully executable warrant, which must be in paper form, signed by a judge, have a start date, an expiry date, have a court seal on it, have the name of the judge, and it needs to have the reason why you have a warrant, and it must be issued by a county court, not a magistrate.
I think we'll have to just we'll end up replanning this, but I'll give the supplier a call.
Okay.
And
As
for
I say,
future
you can give us a
reference-
call if you need us.
For future
Reference for you. If you are going to come on somebody's property, you have to give them 14 days notice unless it's an emergency. This is not an emergency, so unless you give 14 days notice, the next time you'll be asked to leave.
Again, within several correspondence would have been sent to the named customer. Okay,
Which said we were going to be coming along at the week commencing the 19th of August. That is not a notice of when you're turning up.
I wasn't aware of the word of it actually, but there's various correspondence trying to reach out to the customer. You mentioned the vulnerability thing. We've not been able to even have a chat with her to discuss any of that.
You don't need to, she's already told you.
I've never spoken to her once.
She's already told you via letter. Churchill have been sent many letters, even been requested information to prove there's a debt, there's a liability, because in order for you to do this, you're changing the meters for what reason?
Well, I can't tell you that because you're not the named customer. So that would be the data protection.
Seriously, if you're going to stand on the property and ask for an entrance because of a warrant that you haven't got, you need to give them a
No, I can tell you what we're here to do. I don't have to go into the...
Okay, tell me what you're here to do. For what reason? Are the pre-pay meters?
I can't tell you. I'll go into that
Are
with
there
the
smart
named
meters?
customer. I'll go into that with the named customer.
You need to change them.
Again, we're going around in circles asking me the same question in a different way.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, we'll leave it at that for now. We're not going any further forward. Okay. Alright.
Make sure you bring a county court warrant with you, otherwise you will have the same effect. Okay.